we go.
We're good?
Yeah.
Are we on and craculating?
Yes. Wonderfulness.
Set off the show, by all means.
That's your main man.
It's done. That's done. That's done, my nigga. I did that before we started. What happened? What'd you turn? Why'd you touch things? What did you spin? Did you spin anything? Because I just told you I did it perfect. Why'd you touch things? Why you move the game? You don't trust me? I'm giving you the microphone.
I felt it was going to be too loud, I guess.
You felt it was going to be too loud?
Yeah.
But I had it lower than when you just put it.
Oh. But, welcome to the President I.D video podcast. I'm a little bit tired today.
That's not enthusiasm. Could we try again?
Sorry, I'm tired. Welcome to the President I.D video podcast. Starring your main man, Avery Cain, and...
Yeah! Wake the fuck up! President I.D video podcast. Ya tú sabes. Nosotros estamos aquí. That means we're here now. We over here now. You over there now? We're over here now. Got a big ass fucking shirt. And Mr. Cain got narcolepsy. I don't really give a fuck. This is the President I.D video podcast. And we're back for another fucking week. A lot of death going on this week. Muhammad Ali passed away.
Sad stuff.
Kimbo Slice passed away at the early age of 42. Matter of fact, I would say I want to go right into that. But I don't want to start the show on a downer. Tonight is game 3 of the NBA Finals. If you do not know by now, Golden State is whipping LeBron's ass.
That's surprising.
So you know I'm fucking serious. You can see my fucking eyes when I speak. Because I am a firm believer that you should make eye contact, kids. Very fucking important. Men give stiff handshakes and look each other in the fucking eyes. I'm going to look you in the fucking eye and tell you I'm not a happy camper. Because if LeBron loses tonight, 9 p.m., by the time you guys see this, the game would have passed. But tonight is game fucking 3. I believe they're in Cleveland. The first 2 games were in Golden State. But they shouldn't have won both games so decisively. They beat them by 30 fucking points or whatever.
Okay, that's a lot.
You know, they schooling these cats. And LeBron was by himself last year and looked better. You know, I feel. You know, I just wanted to tell you that. I don't like wearing glasses normal because of the fact that it's very glary.
And it sees the screen.
You know, it's stupid. You know, it's dumb. I'd rather have my fucking shades on.
I don't own glasses because I'm a savage. Chill.
But you don't. Have you watched any of the games?
Have I watched it?
Can you elaborate on some of this NBA information?
I have not watched any of the games, but from what I've heard that my friends that do watch basketball, it was total annihilation for the way that Golden State's been winning. They've been winning very smoothly.
What did they tell you?
That they just said they're winning smoothly. You know, I didn't ask for them to elaborate on this.
So then your friends didn't tell you a goddamn thing, and you're lying right now.
No, not really.
Because if they told you something, you'd be able to tell us what they said.
They said that Curry's doing good.
Curry's doing good.
Yeah.
That's it?
They were more hype about it. They were like, Golden State's going to win the, what do you call it?
Game 1, 104 Golden State to 89.
Woo.
Game 2, 110 Golden State to 77. I did not watch these games. I'm more of a replay kind of guy. I love me some ESPN. I like documentaries a lot, so I watch a lot of that 30 for 30 bullshit. But games are boring. I've never been a real big sports person, but there's something about sports that I do like. I like the competition. I like a lot of fucking things about sports, but I like the big game. I'm a Super Bowl. I'm all fucking in, as in, as is more than half the country every fucking year. I mean, the game grows every year. More people watch the Super Bowl than the year before.
Wow.
And I should be watching the fucking finals, but as Jackie can attest to this, I feel like I give my teams bad luck. So like when the Yankees play playoffs or something like that, or God forbid the World Series, I will not watch. Because I feel like me watching is giving them bad luck. I feel like my teams do much better when I just check in on them after the game's over. That has not been working. That plan has not been working.
You should try
for the finals. And we're also trying something new. Trying to record on the MacBook. Utilize all of our tools that we have here, because in theory, iMovie should be a lot more fucking crispy than this Windows hookup that we got through Mr. Cain. So we're doing experiments, but I doubt that we'll post the one that we're using from the MacBook, just because I don't like the angle. So I'm gonna check the clarity. If I like it, maybe from now on that's what we'll use, whatever, what have you. But I want to start the show off more positive, even though LeBron's is not positive, because the guy I want to win is not fucking winning.
It's all about just for Cleveland is not doing good right now. We know that, but knowing LeBron, he'll bring it back. He'll win this game, hopefully. Don't quote me on that. LeBron can't be that good, but you did say that they couldn't do the impossible. Golden State looks like they're doing the impossible, Mac.
Well, they did. They already came back from a 3-1 deficit in the Western Conference Finals. 3-1 deficit. They were down. All fucking Oklahoma had to do was win one game. The likelihood that any fucking team would have won 3 in a row, super mega highly unlikely. But that's exactly what they did. Like I said in the last podcast, a team like that who won so many of their games, 73-9, wherever the fuck they were, you couldn't count them out. Those words rang true, because these motherfuckers came all the way back.
They did, and I'm proud of you, Curry. I'm proud of you.
But
I like Golden State better than
Cleveland seems overwhelmed.
Than Cleveland.
If you just look at the scores, the eye test, looking at the scores off the top of your head, you look at the paper the next day, you're walking by and you catch a glimpse of ESPN and you see the fucking score. Holy shit! Cleveland got their ass kicked. Like, really. You know what I mean? So, wow. Dude, please, LeBron, put it in level 10 now. Now it's time level 10. LeBron likes to share the ball. LeBron likes to include everyone. I guarantee you Kevin Love has not been playing well, or Kyrie Irving, because whenever the trifecta have good games, the team fucking wins. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I wish LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers all the best of luck.
All of it. You guys need it. You guys
Believeland, which is what they call Cleveland, or at least the name of a 30 for 30, some type of documentary that was recently on ESPN or Netflix. You could probably catch it on both. Cleveland really fucking hungry for some type of championship.
They need it.
I believe that the UFC champion of the world, like the UFC guy, whoever's holding the belt, or some champion for MMA, is from Cleveland, but it's not the same thing. It's not like the Cleveland Indians, the baseball team, or the Cavaliers. It's not like the Cleveland Browns winning the fucking Super Bowl. You know what I mean? The last time a Cleveland team of any sport won the whole enchilada, it was like 1964. It was a long fucking time ago. Jim Brown played for the goddamn Cleveland Browns. I
Cleveland
believe that's the
Browns.
name of their fucking team.
I want to see that old basketball. Didn't they have those high, like shorts that they wore, or they were shorter?
Oh yeah, they had the Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
They wore the Daisy Dukes.
God, that was
Well into the
awesome.
80s. You know, right before Jordan really started becoming big. People remember when Magic was playing Larry Bird. Those fucking shorts were really fucking high. They were all the way up.
I'm all the
You know?
way up.
But since we touched on stupid MMA guy who is from Cleveland supposedly, should have probably had my man's name since we mentioned him. But segueing off the MMA bullshit, Kimbo Slice
Kimbo Slice.
died
Ouch.
Monday.
Ouchie.
Heart failure.
Ouchie.
You know,
Not-
he was complaining of breathing, problems breathing, some type of pains or whatever the fuck he was
Nothing.
going through on Friday over the weekend, So
Yeah.
they brought him to the fucking hospital. I believe he was complaining of severe abdominal pain, shortness of breath, and nausea. Throwing up a lot or whatever. They discovered that he had a liver mass
A liver mass.
and a congestive heart failure.
Wow. So he died in the hospital.
Well, he was placed on a ventilator to
Yeah.
help him breathe. And I guess since the whole heart shit, he needed a heart transplant, which is heavy fucking duty. You got to get on a list to get one of those. They were going to transfer him to Cleveland, bug out, to some, I guess, a good hospital or hospital that does that or whatever, so that he could get on the list. And he died. He died while they were prepping him to send them. He never even made it there. He
Kimbo
died.
Slice.
He died on Monday. That's pretty much it.
And,
Of the whole goddamn story. He was only 42 years old.
Ouchie. Young.
Pretty young, especially to die. I mean, unfortunately for minorities, blacks and Latinos, we seem to have a lot of problems with high blood pressure and heart palpitations and
All that.
bad things with the heart. So we tend to have a lot, more than not, blacks and Latinos, we drop from a lot of early
Heart.
cardiac arrest and all that bullshit. But he did use steroids or something because he won a fight against some guy named Dada
Yeah.
recently,
Yeah.
and they took the win away from him because he tested positive
For steroids.
for steroids. So, not great. Steroids do a lot of shit to your body. It does more than shrink your nuts and give you big muscles. I would imagine it fucks with your whole chemics, like any drug. Fucks with your insides. If God ain't put it there, it don't belong there. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
But God rest his soul. He survived by children, I would imagine. I know he has kids. I don't know how many. He was well known for street fighting.
Hey, street fighting.
He busted a lot of motherfuckers' asses in the streets. I mean, I wish you could watch the video I'm watching. He's in a backyard against some dude.
Well,
And, I mean, with no fucking problem, he's pummeling my man. My man don't want work.
he's the darker one.
He's the darker one. Yes. Yeah, he's no joke. He's no joke. He
is no
He fought so well
Look at
in
him.
the streets. Homeless. 10 years ago, Kimbo Slice was a homeless man. Boxing motherfuckers on the street for $20 or $30. And then going back to his van.
He's letting him hit him and saying that's all you got, and is standing there. He literally's like this.
a
That's all you
fucking
got,
beast, dude.
and he's hitting Kimbo Slice, and he's just eating them.
He's a fucking beast. And the guy's telling him, wait, hold up. Let me rest. He wants to shake his hand, and Kimbo slapped it away. He makes bets. He believed in himself so much in his fighting prowess that he would bet on himself in backyard fights and parking lot fights. And he fucked shit up. So much so that the he caught the eye of the MMA or the UFC or whatever. He was on a TV show where I guess they groom fighters.
Yeah.
Or they want to find the next big fighter.
Yeah.
And he became a fighter.
I want to join the MMA.
I don't know if he was undefeated. I don't know anything about his record in the MMA.
Mm-hmm.
But I know his street record is like 100 and fucking 0. I never heard of somebody in the street getting in Kimbo Slice's ass. That shit just didn't happen. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. 42 years old. He definitely looked like he was older than 42 years old. Let's keep it real. He didn't look young.
But he was like, yeah. He says, "That all you got?" And he let him hit him like 7 times. I said, "That is all you got," and started punching him again.
That's what you saw? Elaborate to the people.
Basically, Kimbo Slice was seeing that this guy's not doing good. So he says, "You know what? I'm going to let you hit me." And the guy hits Kimbo Slice like 5 or 6 times in the face. And Kimbo Slice says, "That all you got?" And that's when the guy's like, "Wait, hold on. Let's just stop."
His real name was Kevin Ferguson.
Kevin Ferguson. That's a cool name to have, Kimbo Slice.
Mm-hmm. In his UFC debut, he defeated Houston Alexander.
Never heard of him.
In the Ultimate Fighter Heavyweights finale. He was under contract to Bellator MMA. I guess that's some type of company. I just want to know how many kids he had. You know what I mean? He survived by kind of information. Boxing career, professional wrestling. I guess he fought in Japan or somewhere in the Orient.
Yeah.
He had 6 children.
Oh.
3 sons and 3 daughters.
At the time of his death.
At the time of his death, he was engaged to his longtime girlfriend. And they don't say it here, but I also heard that one of his children is autistic.
Ouchie.
And he finally got a career. He was finally able to provide for his family. A motherfucker, look, longtime girlfriend wanted to make her his wife. So he didn't get the big money and the big payday and leave his family in the dust. You know what I mean? Or, like so many people do. Homeless man, made it off the streets, fighting his way up to the big fucking leagues.
Literally fighting.
Got the big literally fought his way up to the top. Doing the right thing. And, maybe that's why he used the drug. He never wanted to go back to that parking lot.
Yeah, it's kind of you gotta understand where he's coming from, though. He doesn't want to go back to that old life.
It's a goddamn shame.
Too used to the new one. Oh, he was in movies.
I guess. He probably was in, like, The Expendables Part 12 or whatever the fuck. Any movie where fighting was involved. They had that other MMA chick in it. Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. I saw, she was supposed to fight another girl. I forgot.
But, of course, the big, big, big story when it comes to death this week is Muhammad Ali.
We always talk about death on the show.
I mean, because people are always fucking dying. Now, Muhammad Ali is an icon. Now, this is a man that the most famous picture ever taken of the human race is the Earth. It's called the Blue Marble from the Moon. Second most famous picture is Muhammad Ali knocking out Sonny Liston.
Wow.
Sonny Liston is laying on the mat. And he's standing. Your Uncle Edo has a picture that's signed by Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like a super famous fucking picture. Like one of the most recognizable pictures you'll ever see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fought 61 fights in his life. He had 56 wins and 5 losses.
56 wins.
37 knockouts. He got a gold medal in the Olympics in 1960.
Athleticism.
He died at the age of 74. He died of septic shock.
Septic. What is that? Like heart?
I don't think heart.
He
was battling Parkinson's since the late 80s.
Oh.
He'd been shaken. He lit the torch at the 1992 Olympics or something.
Yeah.
Maybe 96. And it was the first time he was in public for a long time. And he lit it with his right hand, but his left hand. Like, that was the big story the next day. Not that Muhammad Ali came, that people saw. The big thing was, oh my God, Muhammad Ali is. You know what I'm saying?
Parkinson's.
It was noticeable. Like, even the newscaster, if you watch footage of that famous day, some girl, I don't want to call her a girl, but a woman who was a gold medalist 4 years before, very, very famous at the time, handed him the torch so he could light it. Live TV, you see his left hand shaking a lot. So much so that Bob Costas, whoever the fuck was talking, mentioned it. You know, like, iconic figure. You could see the crowd still loves Muhammad Ali. It's a shame, though, to see him succumb to this debilitating disease. He's talking about it live on the air. Like, wow, that's the champ.
Muhammad Ali was cocky, but
dude, we were watching videos.
He had a reason to be cocky.
We were watching videos yesterday of like his little talky shit. Let him know. I feel like I'm talking my ass off.
Basically, Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Kanye West has a big ego. You compared him to Kanye West. So that's what I'm gonna do. But Muhammad Ali has a big ego too. But he has things to back it up, and he could talk like that because he won a lot of his fights, and
He only lost 5 times.
He only lost 5 times in his whole
He's
career.
the only person, heavyweight champion, to ever get the belt 3 times. No one ever did that. Not even Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Or George Foreman, or whoever the fuck you want to
George
name.
Foreman?
Leonard Spinks. Or whoever. Who you want to pick? Who you want to pick? The guy that Tyson bit his ears off. Holyfield.
Oh.
None of these motherfuckers ever won it 3 times. So that's something, bro. That's something. Ali fought in like 3 different decades. Olympics in the 60s, fighting in the 60s, the 70s, the big rumble in the jungle and shit like that. And the 80s, he was already on his way out. You know, whatever. Like I said, probably when he lost those 5 fights or whatever. Mm-hmm. But he was still out there fucking boxing. And that's why he was shaky, because he got rocked a lot. That was his thing. He made up the thing called the rope-a-dope. Basically get you tired by letting you hit him a lot.
Yeah.
That's
not good.
That was his technique, called the rope-a-dope. Like my man Kimbo was doing. Hit me. Oh, that's all you got? Come on, sucker, hit me. That's all you got? Until you were like, in round 9 and 10, like, that's all I got. That's all I got, dude. That's all I got. Whatever, man. And then he'll do his little footwork and bing, 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 you know, and do what he did best.
Bing, bing, bing. I want to join the MMA now.
Why? In order to join the MMA, you have to be good at fighting.
I am.
Like my man Kimbo started in the streets. That's raw. He was a rough diamond who someone knew, look, he got the heart to fight. All he got to do is be shown structure, how to fight better, to protect himself better and knock motherfuckers out quicker. You know, technique, like anything else. You know, he got the talent.
He got base.
But he needs the little shine. You know what I'm saying? He's a little
Kimbo Slice versus Big Shaq O'Neal.
You know, I don't know. I lost my fucking train of thought. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because you're talking about O'Neal. What are you
Kimbo
talking about?
Slice versus Shaq.
I don't care about that. What was I just talking about? You're trailing off, dude.
How Kimbo Slice has the base and talent of fighting, but he made his way up because somebody.
But I was using that as an example for something else. I was talking about Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
that's what I was talking about originally.
Damn.
How he fought over 3 decades. I don't know. I say all that to say that he's survived by his wife Yolanda and 9 children. If I did my my research correctly, he has 9 children, including the very famous Layla Ali, who's also a female boxer and some type of contributor to one of these Fox Sports or ESPN or some shit like that. Ex-President Bill Clinton is going to give the eulogy. You know, he's going to, I know it's in Kentucky, because that's where he's from. Mm-hmm. I guess Louisville, Kentucky. He's going to be buried. But Bill Clinton, the fucking president, and you know, ex-president, but once you're a president, they always call you Mr. President.
Really? For the rest of your life?
The rest of your life. And you still have Secret Service for the rest of your life.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty much.
That sucks. It means you...
Not the whole goddamn squadron.
I know, but you still have protection.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That means you can never still go back to your old life the way it was before.
Yeah, you go back, you know, you become a speaker like Obama. he's the first black president, I guarantee you, Morehouse College, Tennessee, a lot of the black colleges in school, or any fucking college that has African American studies, they're gonna want him to come speak. So he gets speaking engagements. They pay him $100,000, $150,000 to talk for an hour. That'll be his life. That's it. He'll write a book. You know, I was the first black president. You know, whatever. He'll write a book, a memoir, like a autobiography or whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
He's still fairly young, even though President Obama did age a lot through his. When he started, he had black hair, noticeably gray now.
Every president does that.
You know, I don't think his life is over. I think Obama maybe not contribute as much to the world as he did being the first black president. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's over for him. He's very likable.
He still has some...
He'll probably be in TV shows and movies. Who the fuck knows? You know, who knows? In this life, who fucking knows? He could make a TV show about learning on Sesame Street channel and... you know, who knows?
He could make...
Who knows? Nobody knows nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew 20 years ago that corny-ass Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter was going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread one day.
Sliced bread.
Nobody knew when she was Hannah Montana and Disney and all that happy horse shit that she would be whorish in less than 10 years after that. You never know where life is going to go.
Oh, yeah, Hannah Montana.
You never know where life is going to go. You know what I mean? So, you know, as the word icon goes, and iconic goes, Muhammad Ali is definitely there.
Top one.
He's definitely there. People hate him because he didn't want to fight in Vietnam. He refused to go to the war. He famously said, ain't no Viet Cong ever to call me nigga, so why the fuck I'm gonna go fight him? You know what I mean? These white motherfuckers out here call me nigga. And I ain't fighting nobody else's war. I ain't got no beef with no Viet Cong.
Yeah.
And I'm not running either. Draft dodging was people would go to Canada, change their name, get a job. When they got that little card in the mail, you have to go fight now. They had the draft was open. It's illegal now, like they took it away. But back then, people didn't want to sign up for the army. They didn't want to go fight. So they had to institute the draft, which means by letter, like if your last number of your social security ended in 2, you're going to go fight.
What if it ended in like...
Whatever. If that week, if your last name ended in V, everyone across America, whoever's name ended in V, went to the war in that month. And then the next month, they pick another letter.
Oh, so they just kept going.
They just kept fucking going.
That's why one of those, what was it, the greatest generation or something like that?
World War II.
Yeah. Didn't everyone want to fight then?
Yup.
Even the women tried to do it.
That's the point of Captain America. That's the basis of the comic book. A weak, puny kid who wants to fight so bad that he goes into an experiment and becomes a fucking super soldier. That's premise.
That's pretty cool. You can't lie.
That's the premise of that. Like, he's like, it's not fair. I'm not doing my part. If I don't go fight, I can stay home and work and build bombs or build tanks or collect scrap and then give it to the scrap yard, and then they could build more guns and shit like that. But I'm a man.
He wants to fight.
I should be out there fighting,
on the front lines.
Why should I do any less than the next motherfucking man?
Because you're a puny kid.
But that's the point, you know. He
then
didn't care.
Then he gets buff.
He had the heart. He had the heart to fight. Some motherfuckers is built. Look at it in the movie. The guy, the big tough guy, the guy who's perfect. He's the most built. He's the most fast. He could do everything. He listens and all that shit. When they throw that bomb, he runs. He runs away and hides. And Steve Rogers' skinny little ass jumps on the bomb and says, "Lee, go away." Trying to protect everybody else. He has the heart. He don't have the body. He don't have the skills physically. But, a lot of fighting, and like anything else in life,
yes,
a large portion of what you do is confidence. It's your mental state of mind. The basketball players will tell you the free throw is 80% confidence.
20% skill.
Straight up. It's 80% walking up to that line knowing you're going to hit it in. Why you think Steph Curry shoots threes and turns around before it even goes in? Because he knows it's going to go in.
He said, hold up.
He's confident. You know what I'm saying? He's not cocky, even though he seems it sometimes. But he's just confident in himself. That comes out in his game.
I'm the worst when it comes to basketball. Like I was playing basketball earlier, and I was kind of being like Steph Curry, where I would like my friend said, let's play a game.
You're being like Steph Curry. You were winning.
Yeah, I kept getting threes in, but I was being cocky about it.
You kept getting threes in.
Yeah, you don't know how to play basketball, dude?
No, I don't know that. No, I never heard that.
Oh, well, I don't play basketball on a team or anything, but I think it's fun to shoot around and stuff.
Of course it is.
And we said whoever can get 10 free throws shots in a row, 3-pointers or whatever you want to call them, is the best basketball player there. It was me, my friend Maury, and then Aaron. Aaron went up. He made 6 shots in a row. And then he missed the 7th one. Maury went up. He made 5. Then I went up. And I was like this. I said, and I did what Steph Curry did because I remember you told me how he looks away before it even goes in. I did that for the first one. And I kept doing that
10 times
in a row. Of course, I took like a 5-minute break when I hit 5. I was like, hold on, let me stop for a second.
That's great. That is awesome. That is
I still can't cross up or do layups, though. That's the thing.
awesome.
No layups.
2 shots. There's 2 cameras. There's 2 things going on here, people. We're trying to step up our game. We're confident in our product, so goddamn it, we're gonna go full fucking form on your ass.
I look really weird when I do this face.
You look like an asshole when you do that face. I don't know what you're doing right now. What are you doing? The sun's in your eye? You smell reeking shit like you walked into a barnyard?
It's the face of a man who goes to the club.
And gets plowed in his ass.
No, and his left. No, a really easy way to pick up girls at a club
is to get plowed in your ass?
No. It's to just look at them and make an awkward eye contact. And as soon as you get that, you just point and call them over like that.
And then you whisper into her ear, I'm into pegging.
I don't know. I would assume you would want to do that. But hey, you guys.
Oh, I'm fucking talking to I'm not even taking into consideration. There's no microphone
on there.
So this is going to hear us like echoey and far?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely can't post that shit.
No, iMovie. I farted. Damn it.
Moving on.
No, iMovie.
You ever heard of course you heard of Caitlyn Jenner?
Mm-hmm.
Who used to be Bruce Jenner.
Was the manliest of men.
Transitioned into becoming a woman.
Yes.
Even though I believe the New York Times reported a month ago that he's thinking about going back.
To
a close personal friend, excuse me, told the Daily News or someone at the Daily News that he is rethinking his decision. You know, he's
rethinking becoming a man. Becoming a woman.
Yeah, he's I guess regretting what he's done, or
like,
whatever. A close personal friend reported by the New York Times, not the Sun and I Video Podcast. Just letting you know.
Yeah, true.
That he's thinking about transitioning back.
That
I say all that to say that Richard Simmons,
yes,
known for making the video for the fat people, workout to the oldies or something.
Yeah,
it's very big in the 80s and even the 90s. The National Enquirer is reporting that he's a woman. Her name is Fiona. She has breast implants and has gone through extensive hormone therapy.
No.
If you remember, there were reports months ago that he was a prisoner in his own house. His family and close friends hadn't seen him for like 2 years. 2 whole years.
Yeah.
And they called him. They could never talk to him. It was always the maid that answered. No, he's fine. He don't want to talk right now, whatever. And they were worried for him. They thought maybe he was being kidnapped or held against his will. Maybe they're taking his money little by little and they got him tied up to a chair, making him sign checks. It was just weird. His family hadn't seen him in 2 years. And the report came out in a reputable newspaper. It was like the New York Post or some shit, or
Something,
whatever it was,
yeah.
the Daily News, or the Wall Street Journal, some shit like that. And he actually had to call like Entertainment Tonight or some type of big entertainment show. It wasn't TMZ, but he called and said, "I'm fine. You know, I know people are worried about me. I want to let my fans know and everybody know that I just want a little privacy. That I just wanted to step out of the public eye for a little while. I've always been out there, you know, for a very long time, many, many years, many, many decades. And I wanted some me time."
2
And
years of me time?
You know, that's what he said on the phone. So maybe the me time was so that he could transition. You know, maybe he wasn't being held against his will. Or it wasn't anything nefarious, you know, or whatever. It was really his own decision to go incognito because he wanted to, you know, transition under the radar.
Name Fiona. That's my thing.
The National Enquirer even has a picture. Like, they got some type of picture with him wearing a white fur coat or like maybe a white fox fur. Yeah. I don't know. I glanced at it. You know, I saw the story or whatever, and I glanced at it, but they're reporting it. And yes, the National Enquirer is a tabloid newspaper. They do that sensationalist journalism. You know, I've had an alien baby. You know what I'm saying? And all that bullshit kind of news. And back in the day. But nowadays, in the age of TMZ and fucking internet, they get a lot of stories right. They say a lot of shit about people, and they don't get sued.
And they're right. That's the thing.
You know what I mean? Interviews with John Travolta's lover. Exclusive interview with his male lover or whatever like that.
I forgot John Travolta.
John Travolta's not suing them for defamation of character. You know, easy millions to get. Like Hulk Hogan just sued somebody. You know, whoever he sued and got all those millions.
Hulk Hogan's getting washed up, by the way. I thought I'd put that as a fun fact.
He's getting washed up?
Yeah, like...
He was hot recently? He was really doing it?
No, it's just Hulk Hogan used to be, you know, Hulk Hogan. He used to be the man.
He's still
on Hulk the Hogan. WWE games, you know. WWE and all that. Macho Man's my favorite.
You want to elaborate on what you just said? Because you just said a pointless statement that don't make no sense.
I thought it was kind of a weird statement to say, but I feel like Hulk Hogan used to be, you know, worthy of being famous because of his WWE career. But now he's not. Now he's a joke. You're not going to see Hulk Hogan wrestling anytime soon. You're washed up, man. I'm serious.
He ain't gotta wrestle. He ain't gotta do shit no more because he got like $100 million or whatever. But yeah, that story came out. I guess what's today's date? No, don't say today's date. So let's say around the 7th or 8th of June. It is June, right? We're not crazy. That story came out. Because today is the 9th. I'm lying. It's the 8th. I'm trying to say the date ahead because we post it usually a day or two after we record. But we are sticklers on the Sunday Night Video Podcast for not telling lies. That's not how we live.
We don't lie. We do not. And now that I don't know. I keep thinking about wrestling now. I keep thinking of Macho Man Randy Savage.
You gotta think, Hulk Hogan is the Hulkamaniacs. Yeah, brother. You know, all that shit, right? California Cat. Yeah. Big as hell in the 80s and the 90s. Because they did that New World Order click where he became Blackbeard instead of blonde. He had like a black beard, and it was weird with the colors, but they had the New World Order. And he was still, I wouldn't say super relevant, but he was a big part still of the WWE, at that time still WWF, to the World Wildlife Federation sued the World Wrestling Federation because they had it first, those 3 letters of the acronym. Yeah. And they won, so eventually they had to change it to WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. But even after that, he had the show on MTV, Hulk Hogan, Hogan's Life, or whatever it was. Hogan Knows Best.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name.
Where his daughter almost became super famous. She became famous enough to make a little music and almost have an album. You know, moved to Miami and started getting plowed by all them motherfuckers down there.
Oh, wasn't there a phone call that he had with his daughter?
Yeah, and saying racial slurs and shit. You know, whatever. Mad that she's fucking black dudes, I guess, or whatever. But he did have like a secret sex tape, I guess.
Oh.
And I don't know this to be true, but I think that's what he sued. Whoever he sued, you know what I mean? That he won all those millions.
Yeah.
Because they put that tape out, you know, without permission. You know what I'm saying? Someone stole the tape from his house. They bought stolen property and published that shit.
Still, but
can't do that.
So a sex tape with Hulk Hogan.
You know, can't do that.
They're dumb. They should have posted it to everywhere on the internet.
No, but then they don't get credit for it. They want people to click on their shit so they can make money. It's all about ad revenue. You know that.
True.
In the early 90s, they didn't know how to make money off this internet shit, but they know now. It's all about ads. Either there's ads all over the page, or you're going to have to pay to get the page without ads on it. Either fucking way, they're going to make money off you. They're going to make money off you. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about money.
But you still on the Hulk Hogan shit. I don't know when he really lost his relevancy. Because that show, the little reality show,
did decent.
It was great. It wasn't as big as the Osbournes or anything like that, you know, big time like that. But it was big time enough that he was, like I said, even his daughter blew up, and then his wife divorced him so she could fuck the 18-year-old pool boys that were up and down fucking Rodeo Drive or wherever the fuck they live in California. I guess Beverly Hills or whatever.
His wife divorced him?
Yeah. She did leave him. After a long time. They were together since back then. You know, I believe.
That's cold. That's
and then he's still Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
brother. Even though that website wouldn't want to put out a sex tape if he was irrelevant.
Yeah, who wants to get Hulk Hogan's sex tape?
You know what I mean? He's Hulk fucking Hogan.
So he'll still have his name. It's just, it's not
Hulkamaniac, brother. If people know Randy Macho Man Savage,
that's the man.
Yeah, and he's the man. No, Hulk Hogan's the man.
I loved
Randy Macho Man is second to that man, to Hulk Hogan.
You used to do the great impression.
Ric Flair. Woo!
Oh,
the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Let's try not to move a lot, because when you move, it goes really fucking dark. Why? What is wrong with this life?
I remember watching American Dad, and they had the Ric Flair guy, and he kept saying, "Woo!" every 2 seconds after every sentence. It was funny. I like it. But Macho Man, you're still my favorite wrestler ever known to man. Probably because when I was younger, you used to do the voice. Want to do it for us now?
I did it a little bit. I don't do it that well, and it hurts my throat when I do it. It's like, ooh, yeah. And then he has all these inflections, and I don't really do it very well. The only thing I can really do is the oh yeah shit, and it hurts my throat, like I said.
Oh yeah.
But Hulk Hogan, I don't know how the fuck we segued into that asshole.
Oh.
But,
What else?
Richard Simmons is a woman now. Her name is Fiona. National Enquirer. That's how we segued.
Oh, yeah.
Tabloid newspaper, like Hulk Hogan sued and all that shit. All right, good.
Then I said,
just like to stay on track. Believe it or not, we do try to follow some type of semblance of a format. We're not just freestyling up this motherfucker. Okay. Big news.
Let's see.
What's the biggest news?
Muhammad Ali's dead, but we talked about that.
No.
What's
of involving the living?
Hillary Clinton?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just asking because I heard a lot about, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
No, maybe you read a lot on my fucking phone when you look down at it.
I saw Clinton. Mm-hmm. That's all I saw, and I said, you know what, Hillary.
Supposedly, Hillary Clinton got the nomination, the Democratic nomination, which is a lie. But someone at the Associated Press or Reuters or wherever, they reported it first, counted all the super delegates and whatever you have to count. You need a certain number of people to pick you in order for you to win the nomination. She has that number. She actually is over by one. Doesn't really mean shit because people could change their mind at the last minute. All these, whoever these super delegates are, on the day of the convention, they can easily vote for Bernie Sanders.
Ooh, Bernie.
Which is probably why there hasn't been an official, we give up from the Sanders camp. We're giving in. They're trucking along. They're moving forward. They're going to every state, every goddamn primary, trying to get every goddamn vote that they can. Because people really like that guy.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
Feel the burn. Apparently Bernie Sanders is supposed to be good. I don't know much about politics, but Donald Trump is horrible. Hillary Clinton people just don't want. But Bernie Sanders, I guess he's good. I don't know why.
But Donald Trump, you might think he's horrible. Or he might be a horrible person. He says some outlandish shit. But he's actually dope for this shit. You know why? Because he throws everybody off kilter. These motherfuckers can't talk in sound bites the way they used to. They can't fall back to their same bullshit-ass rhetoric that they always go to because this motherfucker be flying off the cuff. He's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. It's like a breath of fresh air in this motherfucker.
I think you like it.
As opposed to everybody being, this canned fucking voices, prepared for you somewhere in a boardroom before they said it out loud in front of people. It's actually somebody talking from their gut. What they heard something and they're spitting back their opinion.
They're not sugarcoating it.
They're not saying safe things.
Oh.
For example, Hillary Clinton, when she ran for the Senate of the New York, she wanted to be a New York senator. Who do you like, the Mets or the Yankees? Well, I love them both. No, you can't love them both, bitch. You gotta make a decision. You know what I mean?
Well,
no safe answers. Well, what do you think about abortion? Well, I believe every state has the right to choose. All right, that's a way of you saying you don't want to answer.
Or
bitch, what do you think?
I love it.
Not what the law should be. That's how they get around shit. They're always talking around something. You never know how somebody feels. All they're telling you is what you want to hear.
Well, let's test that
Or the
out.
right thing. They saying the right thing to not make people be the way people are with Trump. Oh my God, did you hear what he said about Mexicans? Oh my God, did you hear what he said about, Yeah, the motherfucker's crazy. He's Looney Tunes.
Or they,
He's not always sounding presidential. But he ain't gonna be making all decisions. They got a team of, it's called a cabinet. They got a team of motherfuckers, dude. He can't just take America to war. He can't do anything. He can't just be willy-nilly putting out fucking laws and shit like that. They got a Congress. They got rules to stop maniacs. We don't live in a monarchy. Making him president doesn't mean he's king.
This isn't 18.
You know what I mean?
Hundreds.
So I'm not saying I like Trump. I'm just saying people relax. Like all this, the way people act. Oh, Trump! Relax. He's not that fucking bad. Is he any worse than anybody else?
Nah.
Than any one of the other fucking lying bastard motherfuckers that's up there?
They're just scared that he'll deport everyone.
At least he's not lying.
Me and my friends made a joke in
You know what I
school.
mean? Think about that part. He's an asshole. He says shit that rubs you the wrong way or whatever. At least he's not lying. At least you know where he's coming from. He's true to himself. And goddamn it, you gotta respect truth in a day and age where people are scared to tell you their real feelings. The transgender bathroom thing. People are scared to tell you. I feel uncomfortable if my 6-year-old daughter's in a bathroom where a guy is walking in. A person who was born a man, might still have a penis, who identifies as a woman, whatever. You're not even allowed to say, that makes me a little uncomfortable, or, you know what, I'm not used to that idea right away in 2.2 milliseconds. Caitlyn Jenner was just on the cover of a fucking magazine less than 6 months ago. And I have to accept it? If I say anything in public other than, I love the transgender community and I hope they move in next door, you're a fucking asshole. That's bullshit. I thought it was a free country. No. Your freedom of speech only works if you say shit that everybody agrees with. Because if you say something that motherfuckers don't like, suddenly your baseball team or suddenly the Clippers get taken away from you. You having private conversations with your fucking mistress, you know, talking about nigga this and nigga that and whatever the fuck you say, and you lose your fucking $1 billion team from a private conversation that somebody recorded illegally. But that's where we live. That's how we live. Twitterverse, Twitter, Facebook. People's opinions run everything. Because the big corporations, everybody's scared. The brand of the NBA at that time was scared. Oh shit, how are we going to regroup? How are we going to recruit black players? What about the fans? A lot of people are minority, you know, whatever. You think motherfuckers that can play basketball aren't going to play basketball because a white guy said nigga? They know white people say nigga. That just is that hearing it in public. It's like, oh my God, like that's so archaic. That. You know, such an old school Flintstones mentality. No, stop. Muhammad Ali just died, right?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali lived in an era where there was separate fucking fountains.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, he's 73, yeah.
He's 74. He died at 74 years old. He won the gold medal in 1960. Martin Luther King and them cats, they were fighting for civil rights in 67, 68, whatever.
And he was allowed to fight?
Yeah, because he could fight good. There came a point in American history for football in college and baseball. That's why they have the story of the baseball guy. Jay-Z did the music for him. He was a Brooklyn Dodger.
Not Babe Ruth.
Of course it's not Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was a white guy.
Jackie Robinson.
Sounds right. I know he was number 21 or some shit.
They made a whole movie about him too.
You know, and he took a lot of shit. Because they say, oh, you know, you're a Sambo cat. You know, you shucking and jiving for the white man or whatever like that. He ate a lot of shit. At the hotels where the Yankees or the Dodgers would be at, he couldn't walk in through the front with the rest of the team. He had to walk in through the back. He had to deal with people calling him nigger 3 feet away from his face. And if he did anything other than ignore them, walk up to the plate and hit his fucking ball, he would have got in trouble. But if he didn't eat that shit,
he wouldn't have been where he was.
There would be no fucking anybody else of color who would have made it, because they would have been like, nah, we can't let these motherfuckers in because look how they act. You know, somebody calls them a name and they're jumping over the fucking fences, strangling motherfuckers. You see? They are savages. They are fucking, you know what I mean? So he ate shit. When you
say it like that,
he ate a lot of shit, but he paved a way so that people could come in and be themselves. You know what I mean?
Well, when you say it like that, that they'll jump over the fence and stuff like that, you can kind of agree at that moment.
But it's the Jay-Z argument. It's the argument I had last week about Jay-Z. Not about his rhyme. It's about what he's contributed to the game. Yeah. Jay-Z made it all right for a fucking guy to wear a do-rag on TV.
He did?
Yes! Before him, you had to be Will Smith. You had to be the clean-cut black guy. You couldn't be offensive. You couldn't be scary black guy from the hood. Jeans sagging. Talking tough. Cornrow braids. That was too scary. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't be yourself. People like Jay-Z and Tupac and those who are not with us no more made it okay for, you know, whoever you want to use as an example.
Travis
for A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, A$AP and Travis Scott, they have the
you
braids.
Know, for a guy tattooed on his face.
Kevin Gates.
That would have never.
If someone,
not even in the 90s, in the golden age of hip-hop. You know what I mean?
You can go on with tattoos in your face or the
not
braids.
The way it is now.
Yeah, now you can do
openly drinking drugs on camera. You know what I mean? They blurred out blunts. Motherfuckers are on camera now doing a lot more. You know what I mean?
We won't talk about that.
You know what I mean?
But
So it's an ill thing. But the last story, the Clinton. You know, I just want to make sure that I get this out. Because somehow I segued into fucking Trump, and you know, please, people, don't get on my ass. I can't vote, so take solace in that I can't vote. I'm a convicted felon.
Well, you know
what I mean? Because you know what? If I could vote, I probably would vote for Trump. I probably would, and I know that's blasphemy. I'm a man who happens to be of Puerto Rican descent. I'm from the hood. I should automatically be Democrat. No, fuck you and your mother. All right? Anybody that makes a decision before they hear the problem is a fucking asshole. And I'm not an asshole. I have different views on different things. I can't say I'm all the way left. I'm definitely not all the way right because I ain't got money. But if I had money, if I came from means, you know what I mean? Believe me, his grandkid, as they grew up in Long Island or wherever, you know, the Hamptons, I would expect them to be Republican. At least libertarian. Lean a little to the right and have some leftist views. I guess that's a good way to say it. Libertarian. I'm not libertarian. I'm not nothing. I hear the problem first, then I make my decision. You know?
I never thought.
I can't say I'm all the way Democrat because, you know, I don't really love abortion. Not really my thing. But I get that girls who are raped shouldn't have to have that kid. And I also get that if a woman has a baby with a douchebag, she shouldn't be trapped with, you know, I get it. I don't love it. I don't love abortion being used as contraception, basically. You basically regretted your decision. Or you didn't use a condom or you didn't use the pill before the fact, so now you're, you know, vacuuming out a fucking fetus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
you know, I don't really love it because women do that. That's all I'm saying. The women that abuse it. But I understand the need for it.
I mean,
I understand that if you make it illegal, women will die, and that's not what I want. So my personal views of morals and whatever I think when life starts has no bearing on society. I could separate my emotions from what is right. But people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? People are like, no, I'm from the hood, so I gotta go everything. All Hillary all day. All Bernie all day. Fuck you. No, you don't gotta do shit. You're allowed to hear a problem or a proposition or a pitch from a person and say, you know what? I'm feeling that. And the only reason I'm feeling Trump is because he rattles everybody else.
I never thought you would say that.
Because he don't do what everybody else does. That's all. That's the only reason I really like him. Of course I don't really want him as president. He's a fucking maniac. You know what I'm saying?
He said that he
you know,
would vote
but I
for
don't I don't really love Hillary. If anything, I would want Bernie Sanders over her.
Really?
You know what I mean? But then Bernie Sanders, you know,
old man.
He wants to make a socialist utopia. So
that's
how scary is that? Where's all that money going to come from, dude? That's the point. You know what I mean?
Utopia.
You know, he wants everything free. You know what I mean? Like,
that's going to be dope.
College free. Medicine free. You know what I'm saying? Who's paying for all that?
Me.
Exactly my point. So I'll just finish with this. Hillary Clinton clinches the Democratic nomination, even though Bernie Sanders vows to fight for every last delegate. Clinton has already reached the numerical goal. And the truth is, Democrats don't want Bernie Sanders because he'll do what Obama was supposed to do. This guy's been around for a long time. He knows how Washington works. And he's not going to let fat cats keep living the way they do. Congressmen, senators, and the like. In other words, he would pass laws that would shake, rattle, and roll the whole system to its core. Which is why the establishment, as much as they would not want a woman running, is poo-hooing. Poo-pooing. They're poo-pooing. They're poo-pooing on Mr. Sanders. Because his stance is just too different. Way too radical for these old farts in D.C. And that's also why he appeals to so many young voters. The catalyst that could institute actual change.
Big words.
Yet it is not to be. It looks like Clinton versus Trump. Here we go. What I mean, he also appeals to many young voters. He's the catalyst that could institute actual change. The catalyst is the cause. He's the spark that could do what Obama was supposed to do. Change shit. Wasn't that his platform in the beginning? Change? It actually said the word change. What did he change?
Nothing.
It's the same. It's probably worse than it was. You know, as in the division. As in, I'm a Republican, I want these favors, or I won't pass that law. I'm a Democrat, I want... You know what I mean? He ain't changed shit. He ain't even closed Guantanamo Bay.
Really?
He's been promising to do that every year that he's been in term.
So
Look it up. I'm not lying.
I'll do it next year.
You know, not to say that he's not trying or whatever. I'm just saying reality hit him. His pitch was, I'm gonna be that breath of fresh air. I'm gonna go in fucking with a big swoop. You know, swooping goals. I'm gonna clean it up. It's gonna be the way it's supposed to be. It's gonna be fair for everyone. You know what I mean? All that happy horse shit, all that good shit. Sounded great. Shit, I was souped up. I voted for him, even though I wasn't supposed to vote. And shit like that gets Republicans mad. That's why they make laws that make it harder for people to, you know,
I forgot. How did you
sign up for voting? I just did. I went, I stood online, they said I wasn't on the book, and I said I was supposed to be there, and I bogarted my way into the booth.
Wow.
I basically scared the old ladies on the table, and they was like, oh, no problem, just vote, please. You're good. You know? But at least I didn't go with a fake ID and acted like someone who died, because people did that too. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's pretty much the second week of June 2016. Like I said, we tried something new with the whole video feed. I have no idea how it's going to come out. I've spoken a lot through this podcast, so can you please...
I need narcolepsy help.
Bless the people with some goddamn feedback.
I actually think I have narcolepsy now.
Fly, fat ass, fly!
It's been the Son and I video podcast. Second week of June.
Go ahead. You're doing great. Look, see?
You know, we done, yeah.
Fly, fat ass, fly. See? It's real.
Oh, he could use his thing, but I can't.
Oh, you guys can't see it there, but...
You can kind of see it, but yeah, y'all get the point. Anyway, it's the second week of June. Son and I video podcast. It's being your man Avery Cain, aka Tommy Lee Jones.
And I am Mr. 3797 I.D. with my big ass huge shirt that you could see my... I look like I'm in Flashdance. I look like the lady in Flashdance with one shoulder. Water splash.
Don't do that ever again.
Yeah, man. This has been the Son and I video podcast. And we love you. We miss you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace the fuck out. And don't chastise me fucking talking good about Trump. If you listen, read between the lines what I'm saying. And you'll know exactly who I want. No one that we have to choose from. He's just a dick. I love him. I love that he's a dick. I love that he fucking says what he thinks. That shit is dope. We need more of that.
A little arrogant.
We need more of that shit. As opposed to all the lies and all the pomp and circumstance and the bullshit that we're being fed, as stupid as he sounds sometimes, at least he says what he really fucking feels. That's got to be commendable. That's got to be commended.
It is.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe
a little bit. Not a lot of it.
A little bit, not a lot of it. All right, man. We're out. That's it. Right?